So what's going on, tool groupies? It's the Backwoods Mechanic here. You can also find me on Facebook under the Backwoods Hippie Garage. Today we are doing a tool review, and it's going to be about extensions, specifically 1/4-inch drive extensions by Gear Wrench, product number 81003. And as you can see, it says 3-piece locking extension set. You got 6-inch, 3-inch, 2-inch, and with Gear Wrench you get a lifetime warranty. And you can go to www.gearwrench.com for more information. It is owned, Gear Wrench is, by the Apex Tool Group, and these particular products are made in Taiwan, which means they're going to be some pretty good products. Of course, there will be links in the description below to the website, to these tools right here. And today, we're going to talk about them and why you should buy yourself a pair. But first, let's go over a few things. As you can see, this right here is an extension, but it's a special extension. It's got a different design on the end of it. That's what you call a wobble extension. It allows your socket to wobble back and forth in tight places. For an example, I've got this Pittsburg Pro socket right here, and I've got it on top of this Craftsman wobble extension. You get inside of a tight place and you need to turn back and forth. The wobble extensions allow your socket to move easily back and forth while turning. And some, you can push it further down on it and it will work just as good as a straight extension. So that's the plus about having a wobble extension. And here's what a solid extension looks like. You can tell the difference between the two products. By the way, might as well mention this particular set. Went to Lowe's, picked up these set of Cobalt extensions, 3-inch, 10-inch, 6-inch, for right at $10. They're on sale right now because they're taking Cobalt out and they're putting Craftsman in. So Cobalt is getting ready to be a thing of the past. And if you can get these while they're on sale, they're worth buying, folks. They're really nice looking set of extensions. But as you can see, the difference there, this is a straight extension. A straight extension will not let you have much room for wobbling back and forth. It goes straight in, it extends it into a hole that you need to get in. But here's the common thing with these extensions, both straight and wobbly. If you're coming out of side, let's say a really deep hole, whether you're working on a machine, you're working down in an engine bay instead of a washer, dryer, something, you're working on something, you need an extension, it's a really tight place, and you pull it out, and you're going to bump it, well, guess what? You might pull hard, that socket might pop right off there. Same thing with these wobble heads. If you're going inside of a really tight hole and you back it off, boom, it easily pops right off there. And then what happens? You lose your socket. You have to go find a magnet, a pair of pliers, a flashlight. You have to tear apart the car, the engine, whatever it is you're working on to try to find that socket, or you're going to have to replace it. Imagine if it's a snap-on socket. You're going to want to invest in something that's going to hold your sockets to the extensions. That way you don't lose them, you don't get in all kinds of trouble. You might be inside of an engine bay somewhere's working, you've been changing plugs, you're taking vacuum lines loose, just whatever it is you're doing, and then all of a sudden you're working and you lose a socket. You're going to have to find it because you don't know where it's going to end up at, you don't know what it might do, especially if it's a 1/4-inch drive socket, because them sockets are really tiny. They could bounce around, land inside of a hole, go down inside the engine, and you really don't want that. Just like this right here. I've also got this extension. I picked up this 10-inch, 1/4-inch drive extension by Gear Wrench. Product number 81117D, lifetime warranty. Also made in Taiwan. Picked it up at CarQuest. Right around, I think it was $12. Everybody wants to say they got 10 inches. Well, now I've got 10 inches right here in my hand. Big 10-inch extension. It's going to go deep. It's going to go real deep. It's going to do what I need it to do. But the problem is, it's kind of like sex, folks. You know, whenever you put on a condom, you don't want that thing to come off, because then you might be screwed 9 months later. Well, the same thing might happen if you put a 1/4-inch drive socket on this thing and you go to pull out and that socket falls off, lands down in the engine bay. Somebody's going to be coming back holding that socket in their hands saying, hey, is this your baby? Because you're going to be the one responsible for it if you screw up a job. Which is exactly why you need to get yourself some of these. Now, I've got a set of these specifically that's in a 1/2-inch drive. Picked them up from Pittsburg Pro because it's something that I use for specific jobs where I work on industrial machinery from time to time. And I have to put my arms in places I cannot see, and I have to use those extensions. I don't want my sockets falling off there. I have to climb off the machine, hunt it down, so I got a set in a 1/2-inch drive. I do not have any in 3/8 drive at this moment in time, but I do need some in 1/4 inch drive because this drive is the smallest of all the drives, and it's the one that has the smallest sockets, and you're going into the tightest places with these particular drives. So you're more than likely going to be in a world of trouble if you lose your socket working somewhere deep. That's exactly why you need this locking extension set by Gear Wrench. And as you can see, 6 inch, 3 inch, 2 inch. Pull these out to look at them. They got this red and black barrel right here. Now as you pull down on this barrel, it pulls in the little ball bearing right there just enough. That way whenever you put a socket on and release it, it's locked into place. Now, as you can see, I'm putting this socket on here, and as soon as I pull down on the barrel, this goes straight down. I let loose of the barrel and it locks it into place. You can't just grab it with 2 fingers and push it off of there without putting a whole lot of force into it. And then if you go in somewhere nice and deep and you get a hold of something that sticks, it's more than likely going to be the barrel before it's going to be your socket. And even if it is the socket and you're pulling on it, it's not just going to pop it straight off of there unless you put a whole lot of force on it. So it helps secure your socket, keeps it from falling, keeps it from banging around, going down in the engine. Somebody coming back 9 months later with a blown up motor saying, "Is this your 10mm?" You don't want that. And it's best to invest in these locking extensions, because there will be times when you get in really nice tight places or you need to go deep somewheres, and you're going to want to have something for security that keeps your sockets locked up in place so you can work on something without losing them, without causing you more problems. And these things will be great for that particular job. Unlike, like I said, the 1/2 inch drive or the 3/8 drive, whenever it comes down to it, 1/4 inch drive is the ones you need the most. Even if you don't buy locking sockets for the other drive sizes, you need some for the 1/4 inch drive because they are the smallest sockets of the bunch. They're the ones you're going to be going into the tightest places sometimes, and you're going to need them, whether it's in a dashboard, whether it's in an engine bay, whether it's in an appliance somewhere. You want something to be able to hold on to your sockets to keep them in place and to keep them from falling off of the extension. So these in particular, even if you don't buy them in all the other drive sizes, I recommend buying this in this drive size, and Gear Wrench is a perfect name brand product. Pittsburg Pro has them, so does a bunch of other manufacturers, but Gear Wrench is one of those. You're getting good quality, and it's not too much money, and it's not the really cheap stuff, and it's easier access to get them and get them exchanged. Gear Wrench is a really good product. Professionals are using it. They're upping their game every day, and this is a really good set. I actually picked these up on sale. Normally they're right around $30, and I think I picked them up for $18 on sale at CarQuest. Now, if you want to see more tool reviews, you want to see more products, get more ideas, listen to reasons why you need these things, I tell you what, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you want to see pictures and things, do-it-yourself videos, variety of stuff from industrial work, mechanic work, appliance work, this, that, and the other. Go ahead and hit subscribe, because I upload different stuff all the time. I do a variety of work all the time. These products are not given to me. I am not endorsed by nobody. I'm not getting paid by anybody to do any type of reviews. Every time I complete a job, every time I finish a job, I take some of that money, about half of that money or 1/4 of that money, and I go buy a new tool from week to week. That way I can re-up all my tools, I can enhance what I'm doing, I can buy specialty tools, whatever it may be, and I can do tool reviews and show you all what's out there, what's not, why you should get it, why you shouldn't, the pros and cons of all these things in between. But this is 100% my own opinion, and I hope you subscribe so I can keep moving on with this channel. So until next time, keep making repairs great again.